Good afternoon. Welcome to the Appropriations Committee and the Maryland House of Delegates. Today we are going to have actually our first voting session of this session, and we have a number of bills that will be presented and that we've heard and the committee has acted on and are ready to be voted and taken to the floor. I might note that several of these bills we had last year and we passed, and they passed the House, but because of time or other issues did not make it through the Senate. We're hopeful they will this year. So we're going to start with House Bill 19. Delegate Solomon is the sponsor, and he's also the floor leader who will explain the bill and its amendments.
Thank you, Madam Chair. To the chair's comments, this is a bill that we've now passed twice. Ran into the COVID buzzsaw in 2020. In 2021, to the chair's point, he just ran out of time. They took no action on it. This is a bill around pedestrian safety plans for new school construction or school addition. There are two amendments to the bill. The first amendment is technical. The second amendment just clarifies that the IAC is not in a position to dictate exactly what goes into the plan, that it is meant to be local control and with local input. I know we've had some concerns over IAC before, so we just wanted to clarify that in the bill to make sure that there was no misunderstanding going forward. So with that, I would ask to move the amendments and then move the bill.
Okay, are there any questions on the amendments? Actually, I gotta get it so I can see. Are there anybody have their hand up? I don't see anybody with their hand up. Okay. On the amendments, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Anyone opposed, say no. Okay, on the bill as amended.
Madam Chair, before you vote, just a reminder that the House guidelines say that to vote, your camera must be on.
Everybody needs to have their camera on. We ready? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Okay, we'll go to the next bill, which is House Bill 20, Delegate Chang.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. The bill would increase the membership on the Maryland Student Authority from 7 to 9. The two additional members would be appointed one by the Speaker of the House of Delegates and also one by the President of the Maryland State Senate. And also those two presiding officers can remove their appointees for incompetence, misconduct, or failure to perform the duties. It also increases the amount needed for a quorum from 4 to 5. And there are no amendments on the bill.
Okay, are there any questions? Delegate, Geraldine?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chairman. As long as they support the Bowie Bay Sox, I'm good.
I bet they will. All right, no questions. On the bill, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. We'll now move to House Bill 24.
Thank you,
Delegate
Madam.
Morris.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This bill, Cybersecurity Scholarship Program, passed subcommittee unanimously. There are two amendments. The first amendment is technical. The second amendment removes the LARP portion of the bill. As amended, the bill would now just try to open up these scholarships to more people, adding a third year, adding part-time students, and doing a number of provisions to hopefully get more usage from these scholarships. I'll start with moving the amendments.
Okay, we have a question. Is Delegate Grice, is your question on the amendments of the bill itself?
No, this is on the previous bill, so I can wait until we're finished with this one. One of our members had voted in the no. I just want to make sure it was recorded in the no.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much for that. So on the amendments, on Delegate Lukey's bill, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Anyone opposed, say no. All right, on the bill as amended, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Anyone opposed, say no. Okay, Delegate Grice.
I think Delegate Mangione wanted to be recorded in the no on House Bill 20, I believe. He can chime in if that's correct.
Yeah, I see.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yeah, no, I asked Jeff to do that privately, or Delegate Grice, but I appreciate it. But no, I was in the know for the first one. Thank you, Jeff, for Delegate Grice for pointing that out.
It was on the Maryland Stadium Authority bill. Is that correct?
No, I'm sorry, Madam Chair. The very first one on the,
House Bill 19.
yes, that was it.
Yes, you were recorded in the no,
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
as
Thank
well
you.
as Delegate Kittleman, you had your hand up. Was that for a question or were you also in the no?
I was also in the know.
All right, thank you. You are recorded.
Okay. All right. I think we got it straight. Thank you, Delegate Grice. Sometimes we have to slow down a little bit. I'm all for it. Now we move to House Bill 87. Delegate Barnes again.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is a bill the committee's familiar with. I think we passed it at least last year unanimously out of committee. It just opens up the Peace Corps for in-state tuition. Move favorable.
Okay. Any discussion? Any questions? All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Okay. Thank you. House Bill 111.
Madam Chair, also a bill the committee is familiar with. We did pass it unanimously out of committee last year. There is an amendment this year. The amendment is technical to create a preemption, federal preemption. So I'll move the amendment.
Okay. On the amendment, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Anyone opposed? All right. On the bill as amended, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Is there anyone opposed? Okay, Delegate Barnes, you have another bill?
I do. House Bill 128, we are actually jointly assigned with ECM. They are primary, we are only secondary. The bill is only really to us because there's a small higher ed section in the bill that has to do with loan collection that just clarifies that loan collectors need to be upfront and transparent in their process. Certainly don't think we have any issue with that from our committee's standpoint. So just move favorable. I should say, just for the record, Madam Chair, that there are lots of other provisions that the ECM dealt with, and this was a party line vote in
Right.
EM. But I won't be able to answer the, I mean, I can deal with the higher ed stuff, but the ECM stuff, I would have to defer to council.
Sure. Delegate Grice.
Thank you, Madam Chair. That was the question I had. I'm not completely sure. Actually, if I could wait until after Delegate Mangione speaks, because I think he spoke with a couple of our members from ECM. So if you can take my question after his, that would be great.
That'd be fine. Delegate Mangione.
Thank you, Madam Chair. No, Delegate Barnes answered my question about how the ECM vote went. That was my question. Thank you.
All right. So if I may, Madam Chair, I think the issue may have been that letter of information from the AG's office. But from what I understand, I think they came back and actually offered a letter of support for this bill, I believe. So I guess whatever concerns that they had, maybe as far as a duplication of the law, it may have been resolved somehow. I'm not sure somebody can answer that question for us.
Can answer it. Yeah, the Office of the Attorney General, their Consumer Protection Division, they submitted an amended letter on the 26th saying that their concerns were addressed in the amendments that are before you, and they now support the bill.
Okay, so it's not a replication of services that they're already providing as far as enforcement?
No, ECM dealt with the duplication issue and made student loans. They made student loans fit within the requirements of other debt collections.
Gotcha. Okay, very good. Thank you.
Okay, are you okay to vote now, everyone? Okay. On the bill as amended? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Is there anyone opposed? Okay, we do have opposition that we need to record. Cherie, tell me when you have everyone.
We have everyone.
That's good. Thank you. We're now going to move back to House Bill 391. Delegate Bridges.
Thank you, Madam Chair. House Bill 391, if you all remember, was by Delegate Bartlett, but it was requested by the Attorney General's office. Essentially, when the Attorney General wins fraud cases for state agencies, those funds usually go back to the general fund. With the funds will actually go to the agency that's affected. So as an example, if a school board hired a contractor, that contractor said that they completed the work but really didn't, and actually got paid for it, then once the Attorney General wins that case, the money would actually go back to that school board instead of reverting to the general fund. So that's essentially what this bill is about. There are 3 amendments. The first one is technical. The second one establishes a false claim fund designed to support the Attorney General's office in prosecuting false claims. And it also clarifies the name of the fund governing the state retirement system. And Amendment 3 prevents the funds in a false claim fund from reverting to the general fund. This also in our subcommittee was unanimous. So I would ask that you move favorable or actually move the amendments.
Okay, on the amendments, any questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Anyone opposed? All right, on the bill as amended. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Okay, let's move to
Delegate Grice, are you in opposition? You're on mute.
I'm sorry about that. This is House Bill 391 we're voting on, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, it looks like. Am I the only one voting against this bill, folks?
Yes.
Mhm.
All right, I guess I'm a yes on that one.
You're all by yourself.
My spreadsheet must be is not right on this one, so thank you.
Delegate Rice, I would also say that the Senate unanimously moved the bill as well.
I always go with whatever the Senate tells us to do.
Oh, no, no.
At least my senator, right?
Delegate Corman, you have a bill.
House Bill 43, I want to make sure Delegate Grice has something to vote against. This is the Maryland Sustainable Buildings Act of 2022. It's the sometimes colloquially known as the bird bill, involving building standards to make them bird safe. We've considered this multiple times. Last year in this committee, it was a party line vote. I'll just remind folks of that to save time. We're secondary on it to HGO, so it did not go through our subcommittee. Move the bill. And there were no amendments. Move the bill.
Okay. I want to remind everybody on this committee that Geico now has a wonderful ad out that shows how dangerous the birds are when they attack your house. You know, I don't know if you've seen that ad, but I think of Delegate Hill every time I see it. Delegate Kettleman.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I have birds run into my windows periodically, but so far they haven't done any harm.
Good.
I just wanted to ask the sponsor of the bill, because of our concern for birds, if we are also going to do something about all of the windmills that chop them up.
So the sponsor's not here. The sponsor is Delegate Hill. She doesn't serve on the Appropriations Committee. We're secondary to HGO, but I'm sure you can go to a Howard County delegation meeting and have at it.
I will do that. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, on the bill. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, please hold up your hand in some way.
In the opposition, we have Novotny, Mangione, and Kittleman and Metzger and Grice.
Is that correct? Okay, we want to make sure we get it correct. Thank you very much. We now have 2 other bills that are remaining on our voting list that were withdrawn. So I'm going to say for House Bill 312 and House Bill 741, going once, going twice, gone. I thank you very much.
Madam Chair, there were 2 additional bills since we published the vote list that sponsors have asked to withdraw as well. One's House Bill 634 that the chair actually sponsored, and House Bill 530 that those are both withdrawn. Can we?
Yeah, can we, do you mind voting on those? Are both withdrawn bills? I hear no objection. Going once, going twice, gone. That's it. Is that it? All right, good. I want to say to everybody, the vice chair is going to be taking over. for the remainder of the day. I hope you have a great weekend. I will see you next week. Thank you.